Hi, this is Majin, and wow, has it been another week? It's May 2nd, 2018. We have a comic pool list. Now, before we go into the pool, because as you can tell, there's probably not a lot of books here, I did drop a bunch of books. I dropped all Valiant. I dropped all of Aftershock. I mean, after hearing that Aftershock hired an editor from Marvel, who basically said, I'm not going to look at any white males' um, portfolio because there's too many white males in comics or artists. It's ridiculous. That's cancer inside, an independent studio. And if anything, they need the best writers. They need the best illustrators, editors, colorists, whatever they can get. And to just say that I'm not going, I refuse to acknowledge a whole group of people. That's one, that's illegal, and two, it's ridiculous. I don't care. I mean, if I don't care who it is, if they're the best for the job, you hire them. So I dropped, like I said, I dropped all Aftershock. I'm not dealing with that cancer. I dropped DC's Detective Comics. That story was going ridiculously. It's just a copy of the OMAC storyline way back with the 52 thing that they did years ago. And I also dropped Doomsday Clock. Doomsday Clock is a story that is going nowhere. It's not pushing a story forward. It's stuck telling who these characters are. And in the next issues are late. They're going to be late a month. So it's kind of like, look, I'm tired of this lateness stuff. If you're not going to respect the fans, or not even necessarily the fans, if you're not going to respect the people who purchase your books, why should I respect you by staying, waiting for you to finally come out with it? It's not worth the wait. And 9 times out of 10, we learn it's not worth it. So, screw it. I'm done. And I recommend everybody just drop it. If you agree with me in the sense that it's ridiculous that there's this kind of lateness. I mean, these are professionals. These aren't like random people that they pulled off the street. These are people who basically said, okay, this is how long it's going to take us to do it. They set everything up for the release date. They know when it's going to end. There's enough time in between to do everything. And they refuse to do it, for whatever reason. I get lifetime emergencies happen occasionally, but I don't believe that anything is going on in this case since they haven't announced it. And two, it's like, who cares? Why should we always say, oh, you have a baby now, so that means you can't work? You're a writer, you're an illustrator, you're at home. You can spend a little bit of time working. It's not like you're in an office type thing. And it's ridiculous. I would say if you do cancel the book, though, pick up something different from your comic book store and support the local stores that way. Don't support the nonsense. Pick up stuff that's deserving of your money. Yeah. Anyways, let's get on with this here. We have DC Nation Zero. This is a 25-cent book that has 3 stories in it. There is a Joker story where he's waiting. He goes to a random person's house and he's waiting for invitation for the wedding. And I have to admit, this one was kind of really creepy and good. That one was worth a third of that quarter. Then there's a Superman story, which basically is planting the seeds for what's to come. Lois Lane's missing. There's a new person coming in, and this new person's going to shake everything up and get everybody under her spell. I'm not that interested in it, but I did put down the 3 Bendis Superman, or 2 or 3 Bendis Superman titles, because I am kind of curious to see what he does there. And then finally, there is a Justice League thing, which I'm going, I don't know. There's a part of me that wants to get it, but there's another part of me that's just going, this is another one of these storylines where there's too much, and they're going to push everything out as fast as they can, because they have to get this thing done within the span of a trade. And I just fear this thing's just going to be horrible. But it's worth a quarter. Next up is Batman 46. This is an Elseworlds book. I don't know why this is here. I mean, I'd rather have seen the Joker story here, and among other things, fleshed out. Make it, other than, "Hi, I'm Booster Gold from the future, and I'm going to make things right." And Catwoman, who doesn't, and this isn't even Catwoman. I mean, she just says meow. And, again, it just shows that it's in another universe. And the ending is just crazy. And let me tell you why the ending is crazy. Because it would really happen that way. This is the thing that just drives me insane sometimes. Elseworld books, people die, people get maimed, injured, body parts get cut off, lives are ruined, by the end of that storyline. And the DC proper or Marvel Universe proper, nothing happens. It's safe. By the book, nobody dies. If they do die, they come back within a year or two type thing. Unless you're the Fantastic Four, which, that's just Marvel being bitter because of Fox and the fans because they don't buy their book and the movies are horrible. But, it's just like, it's besides the point. The point is, it's getting kind of ridiculous that Elseworld books are more realistic than the proper books. So, is this book good? It's just okay. Other than the ending. The ending is just like, bang, 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 wow, what just happened? Anyways, next up, I did see Avengers. Infinity Gauntlet. It was a great movie. I was really surprised when Goku came at the end. And he took the glove from Thanos. And because Thanos was injured, Goku basically used the gems to get Thanos back up to full health. And then they fought. And it was a fantastic movie. Special effects were great. Who would have thought they could have pulled off Goku? The time they spent between all the characters was actually surprisingly really well managed. And I am looking forward to the next movie where we're going to have, along with Dragon Ball, we're going to have Tokyo Ghoul and the what is it? The Extreme, Blood Strike and Young Blood superheroes teaming up with Marvel to take down Thanos and Freezer. It's going to be a fantastic movie. I also picked up a CD. Or two. The first is this band called Bratz. They're from Japan. It's a rock thing. This CD here is just basically, it's only a couple songs, but they do the theme song for the anime I Want to Be a Hero. So, that was really good. But, the best one. Broken by the Scream. Imagine this. You have an idol band, right? So they're all, they're cute girls with costume. Idol cut costumes. Not the funky hair color, but just regular costumes. And you got a couple singers who sing normal, and they actually have a pretty good voice. And then you have two growlers, accompanied by metal in the background. So it's like metal, idol songs, and two growler screamers. You got one that's your type, and you have another one which sounds like a demon from The Exorcist. It is the greatest thing I have heard. Okay, it's one of the greatest things. Passcode is probably the best. Then Candy Syrup is also in there, and Broken by the Scream. Amazing. This is the second generation after Baby Metal. Anyways, that is my pull. That is my movie review. Go watch Avengers if you haven't. If you haven't seen the Avengers, it's probably just because you have no friends to go with. So I understand. But you need to go. And we got two CDs. Bratz, which was like more rock, which is good. And Broken by the Scream. Just YouTube it. Broken by the Scream. Amazing. Amazing stuff. Anyways, let me know what you guys picked up. What you guys are looking forward to reading the most. We'll have more stuff at a later time. So until next time. Broken by the Scream.